Most men today are trapped in a boy's body. Not physically, but psychologically. And it's not their fault, it's the world they were raised in. Let's talk about the silent epidemic behind modern male failure and what Jordan Peterson, Marie-Louise von Franz, and Carl Jung warned us about decades ago. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. Marie-Louise von Franz, a Swiss psychologist and student of Jordan Peterson, noticed a deeply disturbing trend in the mid-20th century. Many adults, both men and women, had grown older but had not matured. They wore adult bodies but remained trapped in adolescent minds. Von Franz was so alarmed that she devoted an entire series of lectures in 1959 to a psychological phenomenon called puer aeternus, Latin for eternal boy. Originally a mythological figure, Jung used the term to describe a psychological pattern in which the individual refuses to grow up, much like Peter Pan. Von Franz defined the puer aeternus as someone stuck in adolescent psychology into adulthood. Traits that are normal at age 17 or 18, impulsivity, escapism, idealism, dependency, persist into the 30s, often accompanied by a deep emotional attachment to the mother. She predicted that this condition would spread globally, and she was right. Today, a large proportion of young people in the West struggle socially, sexually, financially, and spiritually. Many are still living at home in their 20s and 30s, reluctant to venture into the uncharted waters of independence. Instead of building something meaningful, they retreat into digital fantasy, endless gaming, pornography, and distraction. These are passive activities that numb the pain, not purposeful actions that build character. Puer aeternus is no longer rare. It may be one of the defining neuroses of our age. This video is a wake-up call and a guide. We'll unravel the psychology behind the eternal boy and draw on thinkers like Jung, Freud, von Franz, and others to offer real steps toward a stronger, more independent life. But first we need to look at the roots. At the heart of this issue is the mother complex, a deep emotional entanglement with the maternal figure that blocks adult maturity. Evolutionarily, mothers have always been the emotional center and protector of the child. This bond, though necessary early in life, can become a psychological prison if it is never broken. The result is a powerful internal complex not consciously chosen that drives shadow behavior. Fathers, by contrast, have historically played a different role, not emotional containment, but direction, challenge, and separation. The father's role was to break the bond with the mother and initiate the child into adulthood. In every culture, this was done through rites of passage, often harsh, symbolic, and designed to teach one thing: you can no longer return to the comforts of childhood. In tribal cultures, elders would tear boys away from their mothers, take them to caves or wilderness areas, and fake their deaths. This symbolic death was the end of innocence and the beginning of personal responsibility. The boy would survive, learn, and return as a man respected and expected to contribute. Today, these rites have disappeared. Most fathers are absent emotionally or physically. The role of initiator falls to them, and many are too weak to handle it. A comprehensive study cited by James Hollis found that only 17% of American men reported a positive relationship with their father. When the father is gone, the mother overcompensates. Out of love, fear, or emotional hunger, she smothers the boy, and he becomes her emotional surrogate, trapped in a lifelong dependency. This is what Jungians call the devouring mother, the woman who unconsciously consumes her son's will and independence. The son, unable to leave, grows up to be an adult who is never truly in charge of his life. He avoids pain, avoids failure, avoids decisions, and remains passive. Jung called this the spirit of regression, a return to the womb, away from the struggle to become who you really are. This is not easy to face. Most resist this truth for years, often unconsciously. But you are still here watching. That means you are ready to move away from the shore. And to do that, we will continue to give you tools to grow, evolve, and take full responsibility for your life. If this touched you deeply, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it.